try to twist his words and try to make it him out to be
What do you mean
a
twist
bad
his
person.
words? So let's just get the track record of this guy right, okay? He's told people to go and enact violence on people at his rallies. He told the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by, the same group of people that have now been convicted of seditious conspiracy. He told people you'll never take back your country with weakness. If you got to fight like hell, you got to go down there. And he told them this for months on end. He egged on violent rhetoric. He was told that it was going to be violent, told by Cassidy Hutchinson that he needed to tell people not to be violent, and he refused. I mean, you have an entire history of this guy inciting violence. Oh, Ty. Damn it.
Okay,
Okay.
so
You're not
so
that bad. I'm sorry. It just caught me off guard. You scared me. Don't jump scare me
I
like
mean,
that again.
we may not agree, but I mean, you are smart. You do know what you're talking. You do know what you're talking about.
Most of the time, yeah.
What do you got?
Okay, so, and you've probably talked about this with other people, but I had a problem with what the president did yesterday.
A fundraiser?
Yes.
Why?
Okay, so I don't know how to. I have a problem with and he may support them in some ways, but not 100%. I have a problem with the president not even trying to go to the officer's funeral and pay his respect, even for a second.
Would you like to know something funny that
Why
I
does he
just
have
talked
to?
about this on earlier? This is funny.
What would I want to know?
Okay, we could talk. We can come back in this in a second. But do you know who Brian Sicknick is?
Probably not.
Okay, he's an officer that died.
Okay.
Do you know? Did you know? Does his name ring a bell?
No.
He was one of the officers that died on January 6th.
Okay.
So, you guys see how you use like police as political pawns when they die?
I mean, I've known a lot of officers that have passed away. I'm friends with a few of them.
Okay. But you understand,
How do
like,
we?
Donald Trump didn't go to that funeral for a reason. Donald Trump said that he wants to pardon the people that led to his death and that they're actually heroes, and the list goes on. And Brian Sicknick's brother, this is actually the insult to injury. Brian Sicknick's brother, Kenneth, was on CNN today. Do you remember there was a video? I didn't remember the video. I had to go look it up, but there was a video of a January 6th choir in prison singing the national anthem or Star Spangled Banner, something like that. And Donald Trump called them up and thanked them for that, and called them patriots, yada yada. But he called up and thanked them for that. Did you know that?
uh, Why would that be a bad thing for them to sing a
No,
song?
that's not what I'm saying.
It's
Donald
not
Trump
the
called
point.
them up. Bill, because number one, they're singing a nationalistic song while they just attempted to overthrow the government. But Donald Trump called them up and
Well,
thanked them. And one of the people that Donald Trump called up and thanked was one of the people that had beaten Brian Sicknick that
I
died.
mean, I don't think. I mean, I don't know. I honestly hope they don't have to stay there for long, but that's neither here nor there. I hope
Even
they
though
get
that
pardoned.
guy, even though that guy did the actions that put him in his that unalive Sicknick.
I mean, besides one person, I do believe they should be pardoned.
The attempted overthrow. So you don't hold any value for the United States government then, and for the United
I
States as
do.
a democracy. But you're okay
I
with
do
people.
hold that.
You're okay with people trying to overthrow
Also, it
it.
wasn't just one person.
I I I just, in my personal beliefs, I don't think it's
Why?
a, like, people want to make it out as that's one of the worst things that's happened to our country ever.
It
I
could
don't
have.
agree with that.
Well, so listen. Here's the thing. Do I think it's the worst thing that happened to our country? I think it could be.
Like,
I think that. I think that. So here's the thing. Do I think that it is currently in terms of bad? No. One, it could have been though. It could have been the worst thing that ever happened to our country. It might have been the worst thing that ever happened in the world, for a reason I'll get to in a second. But it could still normalize this and has normalized this, even with you, so that now violence in the future doesn't seem so distant. You've crossed that boundary into violence. It's just now a matter of what are you willing to justify and how long it'll take you to get there. But the reason that I say that it could have been the worst thing that ever happened is because if the United States is couped, if they get into that building and they unalive elected leaders, we have immediate sanctions. We've signed off on these sanctions with other countries to protect them. The United States has automatic sanctions. Like, boom, immediately. You're talking about, they don't even know how that work. But you're talking about a coup government, that NATO under attack, the list goes on, and the president of the United States is the one behind it. So yeah, I think that could have been the worst thing
He
that's ever
wasn't
happened
behind
to
it.
America. Huh?
He wasn't behind it.
He wasn't behind it. Then why did his sons and his daughters beg him to stop on January 6th?
He tried. He wanted to stop it. He never wanted them to go in the
So
Capitol.
why did he need 28 messages and 4 hours before he told people to stop? Hey guys, if you are enjoying the show, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And if you want to support the channel, you guys can become a YouTube member on this channel, or preferably join the Patreon in the link tree in the bio. Also in the link tree is my TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, and the OK Hi YouTube, which I post news to on a regular basis. Enjoy the rest of the show.
I mean, I think he should have stopped before that, but he never Where did he say for them to go in and overthrow it? He only wanted them to go there and protest.
He literally said there,
Capitol,
go down
so
there,
he's gonna
fight
work.
like hell. You'll never take back your country with weakness.
Does that mean go in the Capitol, be like,
Doesn't matter.
try to do what
It doesn't matter.
they did?
But
Doesn't
It's a
matter.
two-pronged crime. It's whether or not he had enough belief or knew better that they would do this, and he
I
did.
just think
He was
people.
warned weeks in advance that they would be violent, that there would be violence. So yes, that's on him.
I just
Jaden,
think people
Jaden,
try to twist
your audio's really low.
Sorry.
Sorry, Ty, go ahead.
I just think honestly,
Is that
people
better?
try to twist his words and try to make it him out to be.
What do you mean
a
twist
bad
his
person.
words? So let's just get the track record of this guy right, okay? He's told people to go and enact violence on people at his rallies. He told the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by, the same group of people that have now been convicted of seditious conspiracy. He told people you'll never take back your country with weakness, yada, yada. And you got to fight like hell. You got to go down there. And he told them this for months on end. He egged on violent rhetoric. He was told that it was going to be violent, told by Cassidy Hutchinson that he needed to tell people not to be violent, and he refused. I mean, you have an entire history of this guy inciting violence. Even now, right? He literally attacked the judge in the New York case, Juan Marchand. He has attacked every single judge he's been involved with, every single prosecutor, and even their families and law clerk and staff. He has been charged with doing exactly those things and continues to do them. I think this guy is incredibly violent, and he has significant mental decline. And he's becoming more violent. We're watching it. He just posted a picture of Joe Biden gagged and bound in the back of a truck. So you trying to claim that somehow he's just ignorant to the fucking language and rhetoric he uses? Either he is the dumbest person on the planet and needs to be put in a fucking cell for 24 hours a day because he's not smart enough to have the secrets that are in his head, or he's doing it on purpose. I refuse to believe, and I think you and Mega, or generally just humans, are better than believing that bullshit.
I mean, in your opinion, you can hope that. I just honestly believe that he's a good person.
You honestly believe that he's a good person, despite the fact that he continues to post people's information on social media, and they continue to get swatted and get shit in the mail, and their families get threats, and then getting doxxed and having people show up to their house on a regular basis. You're telling me that he's oblivious to that, despite the fact that Rudy Giuliani just lost $364 million, in part because he did that. You're oblivious to it. And he's been gagged multiple times now and told by even judges in the circuit division what he's doing is wrong. You're that delusional.
And when all these cases are done with, he's not going to have to worry about it anymore.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Because he'll be guilty.
Well, if he gets charged before the election.
That's not what I'm talking about. Your argument is that he's a nice guy, that he doesn't know that he's doing all this. Is he the dumbest person in the world and should be put in a prison cell because he very clearly cannot conceptualize the gravity of the secrets in his head? Or is he doing it on purpose? And that's not a false dichotomy, because there's no other option that it could be.
I think there's a few other options.
What other option could there possibly be for that conduct?
Like I said, people are twisting his words.
So did he not read the 4 indictments against him?
I'm pretty sure he did.
And did he see the court case that came down against Rudy Giuliani for doing that, for doxing Ruby Friedman?
I would assume so.
So you're going to tell me that he's seen all of this stuff and he continues to use it in spite of that?
I mean, I don't think he thinks he's doing something wrong. I just honestly think he's trying to do what's best for him and what's best to try to become the president.
I got a
So if
Bible
someone
to
who's
sell ya.
oblivious to their own wrongdoing, how is that in any way a good guy in your view? Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, that's a good question. How? How could you claim,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Well, he doesn't
who's-
know what he's doing is bad, so he's good.